Hi, my name's Tracy Butler and I'm the Director of Links to Learning. Today I'd like to introduce you to Tanya McDonald. Tanya's the Director of Eyes and Ears for Learning. Thank you, Tanya, for giving up your valuable time today to share your wealth of information with us. Can you tell me how long you've been working in this field and whereabouts you're based?
Hi, Tracy. I've been working in this field for probably 6 to 7 years with children. However, my daughter is now 18, so I've been working with her for a long time, and also my other children as well. So, yeah, I've got a bit of mum experience as well. But Eyes and Ears for Learning is at Tuggerah, and we're also at Hornsby. So Tuggerah on the Central Coast and Hornsby, Sydney. Yeah.
Fantastic. And can you tell me, Tanya, when did you first learn about the listening program?
A friend of mine has been using the listening program for a very long time. So she introduced it to me probably about 4 or 5 years ago. And I was interested back then, but didn't know much about it. And probably about 3 years ago, I became really interested in it and did my study with you, Tracy, and loving it ever since. It's an awesome program.
And I know that from the feedback that I've had from you, Tanya, that you're getting some amazing results with the kids that you're working with. Can you share with us what sort of changes you've seen in the kids that you've worked with directly?
I would have to say one of the biggest things is the calming feeling, and the anxiety is so much less when they're on the listening program. I just about say just about everybody says the same thing, is that calming feeling. They're more settled, they're more organised, they're not as on edge. That would have to be the biggest thing.
Yeah, and I think we all know that if we're feeling calmer and we're not feeling anxious, many other things tend to go a lot smoother. So I think that's probably why, that's the grounding piece. And then we see a lot of, higher order function things improving as a result of that underlying calmness that's going on. I think that's the point that you raised. Yeah. Can you tell me, as far as daily listening goes, what sort of activities do your listeners do whilst they're actually doing their therapy each day?
The majority of them do a 15-minute block of listening in the morning and a 15-minute block of listening either at night time while they're in bed or in the afternoon, depending on the child, of course. But a lot of them just lie in bed and just listen. Others of them do kinetic sand or Lego, or colouring in is a big one. They just have their special little sets of things that they do just when they're listening, and that's like a treat for them, and they sit there and do that. Another one of the kids loves their animals, so he actually just walks around and plays with the animals with the tune belt on, and he has all the cords down the side, and he just walks around and pats the animals and talks to the animals, and he spends 2 lots of 15 minutes every day doing that. He's loving it.
What a great
I guess the animals are too.
Yeah, win-win for everybody.
Yeah.
Can you share with us
the
measures of efficacy that you use to determine that the program's working, and to ensure that those changes are taking place in the brain? What do you use to measure that?
Okay. I'd say the biggest thing, parent feedback is one of the biggest things, but we also have the scientific type things as well. Like I use TAVS, specially designed machine by Advanced Brain and the listening program. So I use that all the time. And I also use another program called TAPS, and I also use another program called SCAN. So there's 3 different testings that I use to try and get the most accurate results and the most accurate diagnosis of where we need to help each individual child. And depending on what it comes back in those 3 testings is how we treat them and how we program for them. So we always go back to that. So every time they come in, every 6 weeks, I usually do 1 or 2 tests out of all of them and just see the results and talk to the parents. The parents are the ones that just sort of tell you all the things that are happening. So it's pretty exciting.
Yeah, many of those good changes aren't scientific ones. It's just that life's a lot brighter and happier, and we've got a calmer household. I'd like to share with everybody website, Tanya, so they can see how they can get in touch with you. So here is Tanya's website, Eyes and Ears for Learning. I encourage you to visit here. There's a lot of information contained within her website, along with a Contact Us button. And if you reach out to Tanya, I'm sure that she can provide you with an understanding of whether or not she can help you and your child, and then how she would go about that. Thank you, Tanya, so much for giving up your valuable time today and sharing with our viewers the work that you do. And I encourage families to reach out to you, and you know, congratulations. Keep doing the great work that you're doing.
Thank you very much, Tracy.